Secretary and our Chairman of the Council of Elders. You are welcome, sir. Can we start with the opening prayer?
Once again, you're all welcome. We will start with the opening prayer. Can we have Reverend Maxwell Kunidu, who is the General Secretary for NPP Prayer Network, to pray with us?
Shall we pray? Our Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this bright day. It is a day that you have made, and so we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for the Dankwa Buzia Dongo tradition and the NPP that you have given us the grace to go through times of difficulties and challenges. But in all these things, Lord, you've been good to us. We bless you, we exalt you, we lift you up. Father, as we celebrate today, our prayer is that you continue to lead this party. Our prayer is that you continue to let the fortunes of this party be what you have for us. We are praying that the president and the government and the party will grow from strength to strength. We are praying that we will have unity, a sense of new direction. We are praying that at all levels, your spirit will lead the leaders so that what you have for the nation through the NPP will come to pass. Father, our request, even at this time, is that you open doors and opportunities, that the hidden treasures that you have for this nation will be revealed to our president, so that through what you give to us, by your grace, you will be able to develop the nation, and your purpose for this nation will be established. We ask for strength and grace for him and for the government. We also ask for grace for the leadership of the party. I want to thank you that we can ask all these things because of what you have and what you're going to do in Jesus' name. Thank you for answered prayer. Amen.
Thank you so much, Reverend Samuel Kunidu.
Hello, good morning and welcome to the NPP headquarters here in Accra, where the party is commemorating 29 years since its formation in 1992. Today, the 5th of August, marks exactly 29 years the NPP was formed in this country. So the party is putting together a short event here at the party headquarters to celebrate 29 years of the birth of the party. The President of the Republic is here, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The Vice President of the Republic is here, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The National Chairman of the party, the General Secretary, and other leading members of the party have all gathered here at the party headquarters for this all-important event according to the calendar of the party. Now, per the program lineup, there will be a short statement from the National Chairman, the General Secretary, and then the President of the Republic, who will crown everything up with a speech from him. So as we speak now, the MC for the occasion, Henry Nana Boache, the National Youth Organizer, is speaking. The other MC, also Sami Oku, who happens to be the National Organizer of the party, recently appointed as the Director General of the National Lotteries Authority. So these are the MCs for the occasion, and as I said earlier, per the program lineup, it's going to be a very short event. The party is marking 29 years of its birth into this country. So we go to the podium as the MC for the occasion introduces the various dignitaries who are present here as we speak.
Within the rank and file of the party's grassroots, today all of us in one accord we say thank you, His Excellency the President, the newly appointed Director General for National Lotteries Authority. Sami will also supervising. We also have some MPs among us. I've seen the Honorable MP for Yendi, Honorable Farouk Mahama. I've seen the Honorable MP for Tafu Pankono, Dr. Asifua. I've also seen the MP for Mishamov, Honorable Akwesi Kunedu. And then let me go back to the very high table on my right. I introduce to you the digital man. I introduce to you the intelligent vice president. I introduce to you, before I introduce His Excellency, the vice president, we also have a very great woman among us who was part of the struggle, the very beginning and the formation of this party, our very own mother, who is in charge of the Ministry of Sanitation, Mami Cecilia Dapa Ma is also here with us. I'm going back to the Vice President. We have in our midst His Excellency the Vice President, Dr. Alhaj Muhammadu Bawumia. Last but not the least, the man who has rescued us from the grips of COVID-19. He's done so well. He's received a lot of international applause. The man who is in charge of this nation, the first gentleman of the land, the man who is superintending over the massive recovery of the economy after the global pandemic, COVID-19, His Excellency, the President, Commander-in-Chief of Ghana Armed Forces, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We will move on to the welcome remarks. And again, as I said, she was there from the beginning. She saw it all. Welcome address by our mother, Honorable Cecilia Abena Dapa, former MP, Bantama constituency.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. His Excellency, the Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, Chairman of the Council of Elders, Chairman, Director General, and other executives of the great NPP, MPs, and fellow Kukudites. My duty this morning is to welcome all of us to this special occasion. Akwaba, Wezo, Ojefe, Sanunku, Dazua. I am here also to represent my generation, a generation that looked up to our elders to make sure we serve them and serve them well. We serve them so that the work will be effectively executed, and this has contributed to how far we have come as a party. Some have served on both the front and the back bench, as well as behind the scenes. Some have left us, may they rest in peace, and others, most of us are here to witness this very important day. We all wish our family, the great Elephant family, the great NPP party, a very well-deserved, prosperous, and a happy anniversary. God has indeed been gracious to us. Let us continue with our development in freedom. We should keep our marriage with NPP very, very strong. We draw our strengths from the sacrifices that have been made by our forebears. God bless our president. God bless our party. God bless us all, and God bless Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mama Cecilia. We are being hosted by the national chairman of the ruling party. He is the man who has led us twice to electoral victory. The chairman, the national chairman of the ruling New Patriotic Party, Honorable Freddie Blay. Chairman, your remarks.
Thank you very much, Nana B. And Mr. President, Anado Danko Akufo-Addo, the one who fights COVID-19 and wins, the strong man of Ghana, the showman, you and your Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the Chairman of our Council of Elders, General Secretary, and Millennium Chairman, who is also here with us, and all other members of the under the umbrella, not the NDC umbrella, but under our canopy here today. My very good friend, sometimes bad, Asabi here too. Ladies and gentlemen of the press who are here with us today, it is my pleasure and indeed privilege as chairman of the New Patriotic Party to welcome you here today on the 20th anniversary of the Patriotic Party. It is often claimed that it's a long time in politics, and a week sometimes seems like a lifetime. But as we celebrate our 29th anniversary, almost 3 good decades, it feels like a rather short time in our history. It seems like only a few years ago when our founding fathers, some of who are here with us, planted the roots of our party, drawing inspiration from some of Ghana's greatest politicians and statesmen of the UGCC era. Our party today is the continuation of that rich political tradition. We celebrate our 29th year as a trusted and more formidable force in Ghana's political landscape, the NPP, the Dankwa Dombo tradition in Ghana. As we do so, we have even every reason to be proud of contributing to enrich the foundations of democracy and national development of our nation. Our party, with its strong belief in freedom of the individual in a liberal democracy state, a commitment to free enterprise, human rights, and private initiative has positioned Ghana as a place for economic growth and prosperity. Our founding fathers were proud of the numerous social interventions and development policies the NPP initiated towards alleviating the plight of the average Ghanaian, transforming the economy, whether in the areas of health, education, social welfare, job creation, industrialization, agriculture, among others. And of course, good governance. Anniversaries are important occasions. We celebrate our achievement on anniversaries as we must and with pride. But we must also use the opportunity to take stock of where we are, how we got here, and where we are headed as a political organization. More importantly, we must use the opportunity to assess our values and recalibrate our strategies to ensure our continued relevance as a party of like-minded people committed to building a better Ghana and a brighter future. As we celebrate the 29th anniversary, let us commit ourselves to the true ideals of patriotism that is captured in our party's name and embedded in our history and the vision of our founding fathers. We must renew our commitment to the relentless pursuit of selfless dedication to service in the interests not only of our party, but to our country, Ghana. The core value of the new patriotic party is commitment and dedication to public service. We must never forget that what defines who we are the democratic ideals of serving in the interests of the people to build a better Ghana. And I believe this is what Enda Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, our party, is doing at the moment, irrespective of the ugly noises and sometimes direct confrontation that people would prefer this country to get to. Ghana, we must remember that what will keep us in power and help us build a sustainable future is our dedication to deliver faithfully to the people of this country. We must on this occasion celebrate our successes, of course, in winning the mandate and trust to govern Ghana in 2 successive elections at this time. But we must also remember that more than ever before, we need to strengthen the foundation of our party if we are to sustain our vision for the future and continue winning the mandate to govern Ghana. In this regard, let me leave you with this saying. I have always maintained that a serious challenge we face that threatens the sustainability of our party is that of financial independence. To operate effectively, our party needs sustainable sources of income. We need to develop a more effective system that encourages and coordinates contribution and donation from the rank and file, and to make our party independent and respectable. I'm not saying that only of our party, but any political party in our country if it survives and to contribute towards democracy, it must indicate and make sure to the people of this country that it is by itself independent and can sustain itself. Since 2016, we have won 2 elections in a row with President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo as the party's flag bearer, a proud record. Under his able leadership, the government of Ghana has made significant economic and progress, and that continues to attract international praise and attention. We have reason to be proud of our achievements, yes, but how do we ensure that it is sustained? How do we ensure our continued relevance? And above all, how do we sustain the trust of the rank and file of our party to work hard to ensure that the people of Ghana will return it to power in 2024? In effect, how do we break the 8-year cycle and ensure 12 years and beyond in government? These are some of the challenges that we face as we prepare ourselves, not just for the 2024, but for the future of our party, which is 39 years now. The last 29 years of the party's life has not been without difficulties, including inter-party wrangling, outbursts by disgruntled members, aggressive confrontation, and sometimes unfriendly hostilities. But our party had a tradition of resilience. It has consistently proved its ability to evolve itself towards meeting the challenges of the times. We have survived very tough moments, even in opposition, and yet our differences have only cemented our bonds of unity and amplified our commitment to inclusiveness and tolerance in the true spirit of liberal democracy. On the occasion of our 29th anniversary, we have every reason to be optimistic of the future, both for our party and for our country. More importantly, let us use our anniversary to re-energize, to ensure that we sustain power to prevent Ghana from sliding back into the claws of incompetence of our opponents. In moving forward, let us embrace the dynamics of our multi-party democracy, which must reflect in our internal politics as a party. The party's focus should be on developing its human resource base and giving opportunities to individual members and Ghanaians with the potential to impact positively on our growth as a party and as a country. While we may stick to the tradition of our party, we must acknowledge that the strong competition from our political opponents, coupled with the growing demands from the Ghanaian populace for improving living conditions across access of more social services, provisions of basic developmental needs, call for proactive to grow party and its membership and keep it united. The next stage of Ghana's multi-party democracy will be defined and heavily influenced by a development discourse that translates into positive impact on the common or average Ghanaian within the shortest possible time frame. The COVID-19 pandemic has tested our ability to manage the country very difficult, even in very difficult circumstances. The NPP, led by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has excelled in its leadership in managing the COVID crisis in our country, improving the efficiency of our party in government. The NPP has always led in innovating what comes to Ghana body politics and democratic development. As champions of democracy, the NPP owes the Ghanaian people a duty of care in ensuring our democratic system is beneficial to its people and social and economic development, and more importantly, that it endures. It is time for the NPP to develop an improved version of democracy that works better for national building. A system that provides quality and long-lasting development beyond the 4-year cycle for our communities. The party must have a clear roadmap of how it seeks to remain in power beyond 2024 and work hard with the government to achieve such a very ambitious task. About 29 years, this occasion calls for sober reflections on our democratic journey as a party and also as a country. Let us ask if our best has been good enough for the greater Ghanaian population and ensure that we create a stronger reconnection with the people. This will be maybe my last statement in the capacity of a national chairman on such anniversary occasion. I wish to charge all leaders and members of the party to prioritize party unity over parochial interests. This is the only way that will keep us still on top of government and our contract with the people of Ghana in terms of its development. This is the only party that could deliver, and we must keep it so by being very united, irrespective of our personal interests. With the expected party activities and internal contests coming up in a few months, I urge all of us to effectively engage in reorganizing the party to make a significant impact on the 2024. That can only be accomplished through the unity and hard work. And hard work has been this almost 5 years under the good leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, backed by his intelligent vice chair, and of course, his executive, his cabinet, and all others who have been helping him. It is for us to be united, to remain united behind the party. I will pray that in this bivouac of our life, even under COVID-19, we wouldn't be dump-driven cattle. We remain heroes in the strife to keep Ghana afloat and let it be the shining star of Africa. On this occasion that we are celebrating our 29th anniversary, it is my privilege. It is my privilege to say that congratulations, happy anniversary. Whether you are here, you are anywhere else in this country, across the length and breadth, or in the diaspora, congratulations, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for the good work you've been doing. Congratulations to all of us for having survived and still on top of the Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chairman. So we're celebrating 29 years of NPP, and as announced before, this is a media event. We have the following media houses here with us this morning: Adom TV, Joy News, Oman Net 2 Television, Kingdom TV, Citi TV3, Asase Radio, Wuntumi TV, Ochiman TV, and also we have Citi TV with us. As we were going through the program, we saw a few more dignitaries come in, and we'll have Nana B do the introductions for us.
Your Excellency, Mr. Chairman, kindly indulge me to make these further introductions. We have the National Communications Director here with us, Honorable Boabenya Samoa is here. We have Honorable Stephen Asamoah Boateng here with us as well. We also have the Deputy National Youth Organizer. We have Perpetual Lomoki here. We have Joseph Nganeba Kwayaja here. We have Director of Finance and then Administration, Mr. Collins Nyama is here with us. We have our own National Nasara Coordinator, Alhaj Aziz Futa is also here with us. We have our National Treasurer, Mr. Abankwayeboa, also here with us. We are moving on with the program, and next will be remarks from the Chairman, National Council of Elders, Honorable Hackman Owusu Ajiman.
Excellency, the distinguished President of this Republic, Excellency, the Vice President, our dear, lovely Chairman, our dynamic General Secretary, the Chairman, Mr. President, today I cried, I wept, because 29 years ago, those who were with us knew what we went through to be able to register our party. And at the end of the day, we surrendered our property to the state so that we can register our party. And that was the rule that Mr. Rawlings put in place. Excellency President, you were there and you saw what we went through. But today, thanks to the Almighty God, things have changed. Changed for the better, because this nation is moving forward. Mr. President, it is my special privilege to read to those who are now coming and the generations after us and those with us the little message that was put together by the National Council of Elders. Quote, "We are passing through an important and exciting phase, not only in the reconstruction and development of our country, but also in the struggle for a clearer perception of our social responsibility and a sovereign understanding of the meaning of progress. In this great task of building our nation, all of us have a vital play to play. It is this task that we of the National Council of the Elders, as all party members and supporters supporters and citizens of this great country to rededicate ourselves in loyalty and patriotism for the service of the NPP and Ghana. The loyalty and patriotism we talk about, not just ideal, but challenges. We believe times demand new thinking, innovation, imagination, and firm decision making. If we are to succeed in the development of this country, the old and the young together must cultivate the virtues envisaged by our founding fathers. For example, property rights, rule of law, and the upholding of the rights of the individual. We should be brave, of good character, and humble and honest. These virtues are what we need to build Ghana, our beloved country, in order to make it prosperous. In all things, we should remember that the NPP is the hallmark for democracy, liberty, and freedom. When we are met with cynicism and doubts from those who ridicule the power of freedom and liberty, our answer should be that we in the NPP are resolved to walk in the sedate and sober strength to build this country for all, but not just for a privileged few, but all citizens of the years to come. On this auspicious occasion, the National Council of Elders wish all members of the party a happy anniversary. Unquote. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Haman Owusu-Agyemang. Before my dear sister, Honorable Dakwon Newman, MP for Okankwe South, continue with the introduction or with the next program, let me quickly make some few introductions as well. We've seen Mr. Sevenin Team also here. We've seen His Excellency, former Ambassador to China, Mr. Edward Wating is also here. Kofi Fusu, I've also seen you. And then the third Vice National Chairman, Mr. Omare Wadia is also here. But let me also quickly acknowledge our team supporters who are live at home, our polling station executives, we acknowledge your hard work. Our constituency executives, we acknowledge your hard work. Our regional executives, we acknowledge your hard work. I've seen Chairman for the Ahafo region also here with us, Chairman Osuseche also here with us. And then also MPP fraternity over the world.
So now we'll have a speech from the General, our one and only General Secretary, Mr. John Boydu. Let's welcome him with a round of applause.
We are the new patriotic party. We are the new patriotic party. The elephant is. You can't be sitting whilst the party's anthem is. The elephant is a winning symbol. We have won to save Ghana. We have won to save Ghana. We have won to save Ghana. The elephant is a winning symbol. We have won to save Ghana. Save Ghana. Oh. Eshi rado rado ra. Eshi rado rado rado. Thank you very much, National Chairman of our great party, Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Campaign Manager, Mr. Peter McMenu, Honorable Hakmo Uswajiman, Chairman of Council of Elders, team, members of Parliament gathered here, colleague national officers, regional officers of the party. I've seen one major foot soldier from Kumasi who has joined us here today. Regional officers of the party, constituency officers across the country, electoral area coordinators, polling station executives and polling station members, and all new Patriotic Party members. I greet you and thank you for the good work that you've done for this party for all these years. Wednesday, the 28th of July, 2021, marked the 29th anniversary of our beloved New Patriotic Party. Being such a significant milestone in the life of our party and country, we rightly so should have been climaxing this anniversary with the necessary grandeur. However, due to the new normal imposed by COVID-19, we chose to have a limited media engagement rather than the full participatory celebration that this occasion deserves. Yes, indeed, the New Patriotic Party deserves to celebrate its contribution to the 29 years of democratic growth in this country. The NPP is a center-right political party. We believe in inclusive government for stability and prosperity. We believe in a Ghana beyond age, fostered through democratic practice for sustained economic growth. We believe in the private sector. We believe in individual enterprise. We believe in the family system, and we believe in the protection of human rights of its citizens. Above all, we believe in listening and including all and sundry in the governance of our country. This anniversary marks the longest period of democratic practice in our country since independence. In the period, Ghana has earned an enviable reputation for political stability and security. Political stability is a valuable brand to be cherished, protected, and enhanced. The NPP therefore takes this opportunity to congratulate all stakeholders who have supported the growth of the Fourth Republic. Diverse political parties, the judiciary, parliament, the executive, including public servants, the media, independent governance institutions of states, traditional authorities, security agencies, faith-based organizations, civil society, including but not limited to organized labor, professional associations, welfare associations, academics, students, traders, farmers, teachers, health workers, drivers, contractors, and artisans, the public services, the private sector, and the international community have all contributed immensely to the stability that has enabled this celebration today. Being our birthday, the biggest thanks goes first of all to the Almighty for bringing us this far. We also are very thankful to the founding fathers and mothers of our great tradition. From the days of the UGCC in the 1940s to the days of the Ghana Congress Party, the National Liberation Movement, the Northern People's Party, the Togolese Congress Party, the Ganshifimokpe, the United Party, the Progress Party, and the Popular Front Party. This is our roots. We also remember the stalwarts who sacrificed their wealth, time, intellect to nurture and grow rule of law and individual rights in Ghana. Since the occasion calls for it, I will attempt to mention but a few in no particular order, missing the old and the not too old, accepting that though it's impossible to name all the heroes and heroines of democracy here, they are known to the history of Ghana and especially to the group of the New Patriotic Party tradition. Forgive me in advance for the many significant omissions for those who stand in line on the last day to add up to our winning vote tally, are all heroes and deserve to be mentioned. I must also say that on this occasion, we thank our youth wing, our women's wing, our Nasara wing of our party. We also thank our vibrant youth at our various tertiary institutions that we codenamed TESCON, and also thank our diaspora branches of our party. We also, on this occasion, thank all our voluntary groups that every now and then join the party during, before, and after elections for their wonderful job and invaluable services that they've offered this party and this country. I must start quickly by letting you know that, just as I said, we receive our certificate. If it is a corporate organization, it will be certificate of incorporation on 28th of July, 1992. And the first executives then, the national chairman was B.J. Darocha. The general secretary was Ejenim Boateng. The treasurer, and no doubt, he is now the chairman of the Council of Elders of our great party, Honorable Hakman Owusu Agyeman. And just as I said, the first national executive, apart from the three officers who were national officers of the party, we had reps representing the various regions. We then had 10 regions. We have Frank Abieze Emisa, representing Western region. We have John Bosu Kwesispio, representing Central region. We have Henry Odate Lamte, H.O. Lamte, representing Greater Accra. Yao Albert Osebre, representing Volta region. We have Malon Mark Stephen Yabuaten, representing Eastern region. We have Dr. Thomas Kwame Abuaje, who was the chairman of the party from the Ashanti region. We have Kojo Owusu Sechere, representing Bronafo region. We have Amadou Kalim, we call business, representing Northern region. We have Adam Amandi, representing Upper East. We have Abdullah Isahaku, representing Upper West region. This is the first National Executive Committee of the New Patriotic Party. We cannot, because I trace the history from UGTC. So there's a need for us to acknowledge our stalwarts who, throughout their toil, their hard work, and their resources, help in bringing this party this far. Pa Grants, J.B. Dankwa, S.D. Dombo, K.A. Buzia, F. Awuno Williams, R.S. Blay, Yi Akufu Ado, J. Christensen, J.W. de Graaf Johnson, K. Bentil H. Enchil, Victor Owusu Aramponsa, Darocha I've mentioned already, Balfour Ose Akoto, Ato Okain, Saki Sek, B.K. Adama, Haruna Eseku, K.G. Owusu Bonsu, S.G. Anto, J.A. Kufuor, His Excellency, Alaji Aliu Mama, His Excellency, Dr. John Soforiata, M.K. Apalo, Mumuni Baomia, R.A. Kwashi, Kwesilamte, H.E.O. Obechebilamte, William Oforiata, K.G. Ofosu Ama, B.D.J. Forson, K. Amwakutu for Honorable Howard Yakubu, Albert Edubuahin, Peter Ala Ajete Jatok, C.K. Tedam, Stephen Kereku, I think that Hakmaru Swajiman, Macmenu, His Excellency the President, and a lot of you who were there at the start saw the great contribution from Stephen Kereku to this party. Odoe size, Adam Amandi, Rita Sobaria, Safu Edu, Sani Janet Selvi, Gladys Asma, Christian Church, Apia Minka, Teresa Tego, Michael Kwe, Aro Solomon, Nana Eddie Ankama, one of the longest serving regional chairmen for Eastern Region, K.A. Eje Dakon, Agnes Okujeto, Kojo Entry Eje, Amabuzia, Hakma Usu Ajima, I have not acknowledged already, Ken Owusu, Kenu Wasu, Tommy Ameto, Peter McMahon, KK Sam, Davi Ama, Ajiri Blanson, IC Kwe, Dan Boche, the secretary who took us for the first time to power. Kwamna Patels, Jacob Echebilante, Cecilia Banama, Takra Jima, Bishop, and Asante Entry, Yao Oben, Menu J. Addison, Barry Edu, Ejeni Mbwa, Alaji Maiga, Osafu Mafo, Cecilia Papa, Abdul Rahman, that is COP, His Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia, and of course, our human rights fighter and sitting president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. On an occasion like this, sometimes it's a painful history when we try to recall what we now see as democracy was fought for by gallant men. To quote Dr. J.B. Dankwa, his statement that was adopted by the New Patriotic Party, and I quote, "The party's policy is to liberate the energies of the people for the growth of a property-owning democracy in this land, with right to life, freedom, and justice as the principles to which government and laws of the land should be dedicated in order to specifically to enrich life, property, and liberty for each and every citizen." Way ahead of his time, Dr. Dankwa had clearly stated the nexus between freedom and democracy. An individual guaranteed the freedom to associate, move, speak, worship, and work within the confines of unambiguous rules of law. Is more productive person than one who is oppressed by an authoritarianism. Thus, the NPP's current motto, development in freedom. The freedoms and rights you and I enjoy today was fought for, especially from the forebearers of our political tradition. In the famous case of R.E. Akoto and 7 others, the list of freedoms and individual rights under Article 13(1) of the First Republican Constitution of 1960 was construed by the Supreme Court as not being enforceable. They were only for moral suasion to the president, who could choose to uphold them or not. However, by 1969, Chapter 4 of the Second Republican Constitution, and thereafter Chapter 5 and 6 of the 1979-1992 Constitution of the Third and Fourth Republican Constitution republicly, enshrine human rights and freedoms. The NPP is humbly proud of the role its forerunners, founders, members, sympathizers, and adherents played in contributing to enhancing the rule of law and expanding the ambit of freedom of speech, association, movement, and non-discrimination by virtue of status, gender, religion, and ethnic background. That is who we are. We are a party rooted in rich tradition and strong principles and values, which were relevant in the pre-independence era, relevant during the times of independence and its aftermath, and even more relevant today and forever. The fact that we are the only political tradition in the country that have survived all republics in pre- and post-independence Ghana, including the most cancerous dictatorial regimes, and have stood the test of time, can only be a vindication of the richness and greatness of our political tradition. A tradition that was not built around individuals, but it was built around strong principles and values. Since 1992, the NPP has been the champion of electoral reforms. We spearheaded the transition from opaque ballot boxes to transparent ballot boxes. We transitioned from black and white voter ID cards to color ID cards with pictures. We also was the first party in government who introduced picture ID cards for all citizens of our country. We used to have a situation where when the NDC was there, they limited picture ID cards to regional and district capitals alone, saying that it would be difficult for us to capture our brothers and sisters in the rural areas and in the hinterland. We felt that human beings are equal, so we must grant that opportunity for those in the districts and regions to also have picture ID cards. This is the tradition of the New Patriotic Party. We also ensured a quantum leap from a manual voter register to a biometric voter register and voting. In spite of the disruptive threats of COVID-19, Ghana's general elections of 2020 have been hailed as perhaps the cleanest, most peaceful, and free and fair. Major benchmarks set by our party, led by His Excellency Fuadu, are the full financing without recourse to foreign aid of the 2020 election. For the first time in the history of our country, we've had general elections. It was fully funded by our own internal resources and not foreign aid from any other person. Out of the 8 elections held under 1992 Constitution, the 2020 election is the first ever entirely funded by government. The NPP is truly leaving a mark on democratic practice in Ghana once again. That is who we are. On the economic front, every policy of the New Patriotic Party in government is designed to benefit as many Ghanaians as possible. Moving from democratic rule in 1992, the NDC had massive support from the World Bank and the IMF. Yet by the election year of 2000, the country was a highly indebted poor country. The NPP government of President Kufuor transformed the economy from a lower middle income status, found oil and gas in commercial quantities, restored and expanded cocoa production, and expanded the financial sector. President Kufuor also initiated the introduction of National Youth Employment Program and introduced the Novel Communication Service Act to help fund job creation and social initiatives. President Kufuor directed and pioneered the unprecedented denomination of the Ghana's currency at a point our cedi was equivalent to the dollar. Growth rose from 3.7 in 2000 to over 8.7 by 2008. President Kufuor led Ghana into its first ever international bond market and took Ghana out of the straitjacket of IMF and World Bank policies subscribed by the NDC. The NDC unfortunately won in 2009 from a growth of 8%. By the time they lost power in 2016, they had brought the growth down to 3.7%. Ghana went back again to the strict restrictions of the World Bank, including ban on employment, arrears to service providers had piled up, and there was a debt overhang impeding the energy sector that led to the Doomsor lexicon entering Encyclopedia of the World. For the first time, Doomsor was acknowledged as a word in the dictionary and encyclopedia as a result of NDC incompetence. We took over again in 2017 when growth was 3.7%. Within just 2-3 years, by 2019, we've increased growth from 3.7% to 8.5%. We've restored macroeconomic stability. We've restructured our public debt profile. We've tamed Doomsor and dealt with the financial sector crisis decisively. Over 2 million jobs were generated and initiated in agriculture and industry, which brought new hope. In April 2019, we had done well enough for the IMF to depart from direct control and revert to Article 4 consultation status. This is the new Patriotic Party for you. We successfully rolled out some integrated initiative towards agro-industry, which included 1 district, 1 factory, 1 district, 1 warehouse, 1 village, 1 dam, and planting for food and jobs. Heavy investments in the cocoa sector have resulted in the highest ever cocoa crop in Ghana, in excess of 1 million tons in the 2021 crop season. President Akufo-Addo has also championed a novel premium for cocoa farmers called the Living Income Differential, which pays farmers a substantial premium over and above subsisting world prices. Furthermore, with mobile money interoperability, enabling digital payments across diverse platforms, roping in 70% of the bankable population into the financial space. This has changed the face of banking in Ghana and is set to drive transactions in the African Continental Free Trade Area headquartered in Accra, which is another major plus for the new Patriotic Party and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's leadership. The president has also championed the successful establishment of a credible automobile assembly enclave in Ghana. Moreover, the revamped Ghana Enterprise Agency is set to drive the SME sector with appropriate policy support. Perhaps President Akufo-Addo's greatest achievement on the fiscal front is the expansion of the tax base by over 50 million names. This is a jump of nearly 5 times the number of taxable sources available, implying the possibility of no new tax or additional tax, yet with increase in revenues, as the current tax levels are applied to the vastly expanded base. This is progressive tax system that has been introduced. I must say, without any ambiguity, NPP, despite its center-right ideology, has implemented more social intervention programs than any other political party in the history of this country. Despite the fact that we are a center-right political party, because we care for the masses, we care for the poor, there's no party in this country that has implemented more social intervention program than the new Patriotic Party. Kufuor established the National Health Insurance and provided free maternal health care. He introduced the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty for indigent families and provided a capitation grant and the Ghana School Feeding Program. He undertook pension reforms, instilling sanity and bringing relief to retirees. He also initiated cocoa mass spraying, creating new jobs, higher yields, and increased incomes in the cocoa sector. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has also continued with innovative social interventions. One of his greatest legacies is free senior high school education. This is set to provide a literate society which will ensure skills and technical innovation to feed the industrialization drive of our government. We have also delivered one constituency, one ambulance program, a drone service for delivery of medical supplies. This is the first time. And our drone service here is one of the best in Africa, if not in the world. We quickly restored teacher training allowances that was scrapped by our predecessors. We also restored nursing training allowances. We introduced allowances for Arabic and Islamic instructors under the National Volunteer Service Program, and the absorption of examination registration fees for BEC and WASI candidates. He also brought NAPCO, which employed over 100,000 graduates. You remember that before we came, before 2017, we were under the strict aprons of the IMF. As part of the condition, employment had been frozen. Because of the innovative policies of our government, we were able to get out of the aprons of the IMF, and by this, we were able to introduce NAPCO, which employed over 100,000 of our youthful people, or youthful Ghanaians of our country. Now, NAPCO employees are being absorbed into permanent jobs in the public sector. The Zongo Development Fund that was established is also expected to transform the lives of many youth through skill training as well as modern sports facilities in selected communities. The NPP government is the champion of rapid digitization of government services to improve access and turnaround time, reduce human contact, and ensure integrity of payment and receipts and the quality of records. Paper-led POS system, digital address system, online passport application and processing system, online production of driving licenses, national identification card system, national health insurance system are all taking government service delivery to a new level. The recent launch of the Ghana.gov platform will make things even better, as most government services may be accessed online from the comfort of your home or offices. Ladies and gentlemen, some of the best ways of preventing corruption, including minimizing human contact and strengthening the capacity of regulatory and monetary enforcement agencies. President Kufuor legislated the strengthened public procurement and internal audit systems. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has enhanced the legal framework and invested heavily in improving the financial and operational capacity of independent regulatory and oversight agencies, including the judiciary, SHRAG, IOCO, the security services, and parliament. The NPP has also established the Office of Special Prosecutor with unprecedented independent powers to initiate investigations and prosecute corruption. He has also ensured that after pending in Parliament for over 20 years, the right to information bill or legislation has been passed. We've also passed a new Companies Act and also passed Land Acts to ease bottlenecks in the private sector. As for free speech, both Presidents Kufuor and Akufo-Addo are enthusiasts of the media and media freedoms. They significantly enhance the space for engagement with the repeal of the criminal libel law. President Nana Addo Dankwa has gone further with the passage of the age-long right to information bill and also set up the Right to Information Commission. Free speech has expanded tremendously, especially with the heightened resort to social media. Along with the expansion has come investment in infrastructure and services, creating a new brand of jobs, incomes, and multiple channels of feedback. The vibrant social media culture has led to the establishment of one of the most successful and enviable social media corporations in the form by Google and Twitter. They've established their corporate office here to take care of the whole of Africa. This tells you that the business environment in Ghana is very, very peaceful. Ladies and gentlemen, friends in the diaspora and stakeholders, politics as practiced now is the best alternative out of all the governance systems Ghana has experienced since independence. We've had one-party rule, we've had military rule, we've had authoritarianism, we have also tried the Westminster parliamentary system. Arguably, none of those systems endured because they did not provide the inclusiveness and participation that we crave as governors and the governed. Mistakes will obviously be made, but the endurance of the Fourth Republic in the face of fierce partisanship demonstrates that the democratic institutions and processes, however slow and uncertain, is the best way to go. Mr. Chairman, I'm pleased to once again inform the Ghanaian people that very soon the party will provide the opportunity in every neighborhood for you to register your name and join this great tradition. We have also initiated setting up of the Party Institute that will take party people through the study of communication, policy analysis, our ideology, understanding our ideology, research, and other related political issues. The NPP humbly asks that you support the party school to succeed, to further enrich policy delivery and democratic process. Ladies and I cannot end my review of the past 29 years without a comment on the global COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic threatens our very way of life, affecting not only our health, but also disrupting businesses and social activities. Due to COVID, the IMF estimated that the global economy would contract by 3.5%, and there will be a reduction in trade of 9.6%. It is instructive to note that in the year 2020, less than 30 countries throughout the world recorded a positive growth, and Ghana was one of them. In Ghana, swift mobilization of technical, material, and financial resources, as well as smart planning, have led to a quick rebound from a depression in growth of 0.4%. We are estimating that by the end of the year, we'll grow by 4.7%. Other countries are growing in negative numbers. If you check other countries and their debt profile, from 2019 to 2000, most of the countries are having debt deficit of over 10% increment throughout the world. In some cases, 20%, in some cases, 10%. So the debt overhang and debt difficulties are things that are with us throughout the world, but we have taken the bold step. We are not seeing what is being seen in other worlds where people are dying by the day. The president has taken the bold initiative, and his initiative, with a statement that he made, that he knows what to do to bring our economy back to life. What we do not know how to do is to bring people back to life. This is an iconic statement that the whole world has taken cue from, and our government is running top high in the management of COVID. I want to plead that it is not over yet. Let us continue to observe the safety protocols, and it is our own life that we are observing, and I believe that with the sterling leadership of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, we shall make headway. We shall make headway. The new patriotic party shall make headway. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, we continue to extend a hand of hope to our foot soldiers and youth and assure them that they will always remain the heart and soul of the party. The longer the party manages Ghana, the more likely we will all enjoy inclusive growth. The longer NPP manages Ghana, the more opportunities for new jobs and higher incomes. The longer NPP manages Ghana, the more social intervention like free education and improved healthcare. The longer NPP manages Ghana, the more the private sector will expand with jobs for the youth. On this note, I want to thank you for coming. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you. Thank you for your attention. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, General Secretary. Once again, let me acknowledge the presence of Home-Based TV, ETV Ghana, Happy FM, Kingdom TV and Radio, GH1, Star FM, Metro TV, Joy News, Wontumi TV and Radio for your live telecast. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme for the 29th anniversary is NPP at 29, a tradition for stability, prosperity, and continuity. NPP at 29, a tradition for stability, prosperity, and continuity. Mr. DJ, also let me acknowledge the presence of the majority leader in Parliament, the Honorable Osei Mensah Bonsu. Mr. DJ, if you are ready, can we have a minute of musical interlude? Then I will introduce the main man for the day. Thank you. DJ, up. Mr. DJ. Mr. DJ. I'm sure we have enough opportunity for us to enjoy our good songs. Mr. National Chairman, Your Excellency the Vice President, leadership of the party, members of our party, and the general public, I have the singular honor to introduce to you the former Member of Parliament, former Attorney General and Minister for Justice, former Foreign Affairs Minister under President Kufuor, and again, our previous flag bearer, and currently the President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Mr. Vice President, National Chairman of our party, General Secretary, the national officers, the chairperson of the Council of Elders, Majority Leader and Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, brothers and sisters of the New Patriotic Party. Yesterday, the nation celebrated the beginning of its fight for freedom that was lit on the 4th of August in Salpond, 1947. By one of those coincidences that perhaps have divine blessing, today we're celebrating the 29th anniversary of the New Patriotic Party, the party that has dedicated itself to advancing the ideals and values that were established on that day, the 4th of August, 1947. The political tradition that was born on that day has gone through a lot of challenges, a lot of turbulence, a lot of difficulties, but has consistently emerged stronger and stronger. So today, the challenges that confront our country, the difficulties that we have been plunged into, and the COVID is going to give us the opportunity to grow stronger and stronger. And that strength, that strengthening of our party, its organs, is going to mean one thing, and I'm very, very confident of it, that on the 7th of December, 2024, the new NPP presidential candidate is going to win the election of 2024. So our objective, our responsibility is to do whatever it is necessary to make sure that that victory is forthcoming. We have to continue our way forward in Ghana. We cannot accept the backsliding that takes place every now and then. It hasn't benefited our nation, and it will not benefit our nation. The foundations that we're laying today for the prosperity of our nation are going to be shaken if again, through our own fault, we allow the path to progress to be diverted. Yes, the nation is facing challenges, difficulties. But these challenges and difficulties can and will be overcome. They can and will be overcome because we have the policies, we have the program, and we have the values that will enable us to continue our journey of development in freedom. So, I'm very happy that I have the opportunity as president to celebrate this day, because my whole life has been dedicated to the struggle of our party. And I'm happy that on such an occasion, one of the most valiant men on that day, the 28th of July 1992, who was then our national treasurer, and did so much to bring into being the certificate that we received on that day, is today here with us as chairperson of the Council of Elders. For all the others who have gone ahead to meet their maker. He's standing here as a symbol of the continuity of our party. And I'm very, very privileged to be part of that history of struggle of that history of progress, of that history to the best principles of Ghana. It's difficult for us today to celebrate the occasion with the abandon and the freedom we would have liked. We cannot overlook this full pandemic that has hit the world and our country. And that is why we have to do our celebration in a muted way. But be that as it may, everybody who subscribes to the values of development and freedom, the values of the NPP, wherever you are, abroad or at home, today is a day for celebration. And it's a day that we're able to say, with our chest held high, that we continue to be in the service of our country. Thank you so much for your presence here, and we will continue this, our struggle. Thank you.
Okay.
Look, how do you bridge this thing?
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for that very inspiring speech. The MPP fraternity is eternally grateful to you for your stellar leadership. Now we have the vote of thanks by Perpetual Lomuki Akwada, who's our Deputy National Youth Organizer. Perpetual, can we please have you here?